Hello there, lovely folks of YouTube. Ren here. So by the time you see this, it will be Yule. I plan on putting this video out on the day of Yule at a particular time so that if you'd like, you can sort of participate in this ritual yourself at the appropriate time. If you miss it, of course, that's okay. You can still do this ritual even if you miss the exact time because the spirit will be the same. Because let's face it, sometimes we can't always do things when we want to do things. As long as we're doing things, it's more important to do the thing than to forego doing the thing because you missed the exact perfect time. So just keep that in mind. So let's talk about Yule. Yule is today. We are celebrating the longest night. In my tradition, my particular coven in Blue Star, we celebrate this by holding the light. And what that means is that we light a candle before the sun goes down. That candle will then hold the light of the sun for us through that long night. We hold a vigil all night to make sure the candle does not go out. We always have somebody watching it the entire night. Usually we try to do this together. I can't stay up all night. I try my best, but just with my health issues, it's impossible. But I usually only sleep about 2-3 hours on the night of Yule. So. And then before the sun comes up, we reconvene and gather around and have our final ritual to welcome the sun as it returns back to the world, thanks to the light that we held. So that's our way of celebrating Yule. And you don't necessarily have to do the whole thing. Obviously, I know staying up all night with a candle is a lot, but it's still nice to light the candle, to hold the light of the sun. Mainly because of what it represents. So, we have a little saying, spell working that goes along with the light of the candle, and I am going to read that to you as we get ready to light my candle right here for Yule. Hang on, let's bring this out a little bit. Make sure y'all can see it really well. Alright, so, get my little thingy here, let's make sure. Always want to make sure you're not going to have technical difficulties, right? Alright, here we go. A little centering in there. We light a candle against the darkness of the longest night to remind the sun that it must return to us. We light a candle against the darkness in our hearts to remind ourselves that no matter how distant it may seem, dawn will come. We light a candle against the darkness in the world to remind each other to light more candles. Just hold that. All right. So I hope that you are blessed with candles of light. I hope that you have a candle. You light it, either a physical candle or a metaphorical candle. Bring more light into this world, knowing that the darkness will end because all things come to an end. I'd like to close this out with singing our favorite carol in Haven Song, which is The Holly and the Ivy. Oh, the holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, all merry folk arise and sing to greet the dawning year. The holly bears a blossom as white as lily flower, and the ivy turns the winter wood to a green and leafy bower. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, all merry folk arise and sing to greet the dawning year. The holly has a berry as red as any blood, and the ivy grows beneath the snow that blankets all the wood. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, all merry folk arise and sing to greet the dawning year. Blessed be, Gladelig Yule, for those of you who know Danish. Buon Natale, for those who know Italian. Happy Yule, for those who speak English. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope you have a very joyous Yule.